It's the sixth and final release of the Single Malt Batch series from Dingle. So a wee bit different, but is it a case of saving the best to last? Hang around and we'll take a look. What about you, whisky lovers, and welcome to another episode of Whisky Straight with me, Big Al. Thanks for tuning in. It's a pleasure to have your company once again. So today, I'm taking a wee look at the Dingle Single Malt Batch 6, the final one in their series. And I did mention in the intro that it was a wee bit different. And why is that? Well, it's all tawny port cask matured. So you're going to be expecting it to be a wee bit sweet. But as you know with Dingle, while it's an on-age statement, you know it's going to be whisky that's done right. And by that I mean it ticks all the right boxes. It's non-chill filtered, it's naturally coloured, and it hits that sweet spot at 46.5% ABV. So that's all good and proper order. So before we get properly into this, I just want to, in the interests of openness and transparency, let you know that the bottle here was actually provided to me by Dingle for the purposes of this review, and I thank them very much for their generosity, but that will not sway my opinion. What I say to you guys is not going to be based on someone else's generosity, it's from my own opinion, so we'll get that out of the way right at the start. And another thing before we get right into the whisky as well is just the last week has marked the second anniversary of Graham Coole's appointment as master distiller there at Dingle, having come across from Glenmurray. So cheers to you, Graham, and your good lady wife, and may you continue to have happy whisky making years at Dingle. Sláinte. Right, let's get right on into this and see if it is indeed a case of saving the best to last. If you happen to have a pour of this or something similar, wing it into your glass and we'll share a wee dram together, because whisky's always better shared. Start off in the nose. Oh, big sweet port hit straight off. It's rich. There's a wee bit of sugary sweetness, perhaps even more precise to say syrupy sweetness. It has that feel in the nose of a bit of thickness. There's red wine, there's Pinot Noir particularly comes to the fore. And what I'm picking up here now is a nice, lovely bite of heat from a ginger. Now I find it very jammy as well. It's rich, even in the nose feel. And when I say jammy now, I'm more talking about red currant conserve, probably even a wee bit of bramble jam in there as well. But that ginger element that comes through, it just really gives it a nice wee, something different, a nice wee bite of spice and heat that just adds to that overall lovely richness, fruitiness, jamminess of the palate, of the nose even. So let's get into the palate now, see how it fares there. Fruity right off. Red currant, plum, bit of cranberry. And then as it crosses the mid palate, here comes that ginger grain, much more pronounced than on the nose. It's right in the mix there now. So it is, it's just right in the middle with all those flavours going around it. And it does bring a nice wee bit of heat to the sweet. Very nice. Now, despite that sweetness, once you get into this, there is a bit of earthiness. And you know what I say about that nice sort of earthiness I get in some whiskies.
I do like a damn good dirty whiskey.
Now this is not it, but it does have an element of that in here. It combines well with those red fruits, the red currants, the cranberry, but it also brings with it a wee touch of dark chocolate coming in the back of the palate, a wee bit of perhaps even espresso coffee, maybe a flavoured coffee, but it's rich and it's vibrant, and all those things are combining very well together. Well, what again? Port sweetness, dark chocolate, red currant, that lovely bite of ginger to bring together the heat and the sweet. The mouthfeel, it's luxurious, it's oily, it's a tad syrupy in nature as well. All those flavours that are going on, they're rich, they're robust, they're vibrant, they are big hitters in their own right, but are perfectly balanced at the same time. This is my kind of whiskey. I haven't always been a fan of port finishes, even though this isn't a finish, it's a full port maturation. But I've had a few really good ones lately, and it's really starting to grow on me. And I'll tell you what, I think this is just about, well, right up there with as good of a port maturation that I've had. So well done, Dingle. I should also mention that there's only 15,000 bottles of this available. I'm glad to have had the opportunity to try this, and I'm going to savour every last drop that I've got in the bottle. And there will also be 1,000 cask strength bottles available too, if only one of them was within reach. But anyway, in terms of a score, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a 92. Really, really damn good stuff. So if you've had this before, folks, or if you've had it in the last couple of weeks, because that's the only length of time it's been out, please let me know your thoughts, and thanks once again for tuning in. I always appreciate the support, and it's great to interact with you guys on a regular basis about our shared love of whiskey. So once again, folks, thanks for all your ongoing support. Big special thanks to my new subscribers and those who support me on Patreon on Subscribestar. You guys are stars. So until the next time, folks, you know how it goes. Please look after yourselves, look after each other, and keep on drinking your whiskey the way you like it. Sláinte. Thanks for watching, folks. I really do appreciate it. Please check out these other reviews, and if you'd like to support the channel, the best way is by subscribing, liking and commenting. And don't forget to ring that bell for all video notifications so you don't miss out on any future content. Cheers.